Going to be doing our lesson 9 skill practice direct variation. Determine whether each linear function is a direct variation. If so, state the constant of proportionality. Well, is this a direct variation? Well, 100 divided by 25, that's going to be 4. And remember, whenever we have tables, we have to take y over x, right? Y over x, and determine if the rate is the same throughout. So that would make this 100 divided by 25. And that's how I got 4. And if I do that and follow it through, that would be 120 divided by 30. And 120 divided by 30. Well, I can take my zeros out, and that's 12 divided by 3. And again, that gives me 4. Then we have 140 divided by 35. And if I do that, I happen to know that's also 4. For those of you that don't want to believe me, here we go. 140 divided by 35. 4. So that's also 4. And then lastly, we have 160 divided by 40. And I think everybody knows that's going to be 4 because we take the zeros away. 16 divided by 4, we know that's 4. So do we have a direct variation? Yes. And what, if so, state the constant of proportionality. That would be 4. All right, let's go to the next one. It says here seconds and a number of sit-ups. So they want to know how many sit-ups per second. And of course, the minute they gave us time, we know that goes on the bottom. And not that we have much choice because x is always underneath y. And they labeled it that way. So again, first one's going to be 15 over 5. And 15 divided by 5, well, that's 3. Then, oh, wait a second. I apologize there. Almost fell for the trap. Actually, this is going to be 5 over 15. And 5 over 15 is equal to, let's see, they're both divisible by 5. And that gives us 1 over 3. Okay, and if we got 1 over 3, we have to see if the rest of them are going to be 1/3. Well, this one's going to be 10 over 30. 10 over 30. And we know that's going to be 1 over 3 because if we take away the zeros, that gives us 1 over 3. Next, we have 15 into 45. 15 divided by 45. And we know that 15 goes into 45 3 times, so once again, 1 over 3. And now we have 20 over 60. And I think we all are figuring out that 20 goes into 60 3 times, so it's 1 over 3 again. So this one is going to be yes as well. And my constant of proportionality is going to be 1 over 3. All right, we're going to go on to number 5 now. It says Kentish is arranging figurines on shelves. The number of figurines varies directly with the number of shelves. What is the constant of proportionality? Well, we've learned in class we can take our dots, put them together, and if the line goes through the origin, we know that it is has a constant of proportionality. It's proportional. We also learned that if we find what 1 is, okay, then we can find out what our rate is, and that is 10. So 10 is our answer. 10 figurines per shelf. Okay, let's go on to number 7 now. I'm sorry about that. Number 7, and before we go any further, let's put a code word in here. How about our code word for today is turnip greens. turnip, we're going to spell it funny, greens. All right? So I want us to go ahead and put turnip greens as our code word. Okay? And if you have that on there, when you turn this paper in, I'm going to have to go ahead and reward you with a treat. Let's go to number 7 now, and I'm going to erase our turnip greens so anybody that's fast forwarding through this will not be able to know what the answer is. Number 7 says pillows. You need 2 fabrics, 2 yards of fabric to cover 3 pillows. Well, that's 3 pillows for every 2 yards. And if we go here, it also says, and 6 yards to cover 9 pillows. Well, that's 9 over 6. And we can see that if we divide both of these by 3, we get a ratio of 3 over 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now we just have to, says how much fabric do you need to cover 10 pillows? Well, 15 pillows. And now if we have 15, what will we need on the bottom? Well, let's see. I like to look at it as a good way of doing your cross multiplication because we're trying to find what x is. Now, if we take 2 and multiply it to 15, that gives us 30. And if we divide 30 by 3, that will give us what x is. And if we do this, 30 divided by 3 is going to be 10. So x equals 10. So we need 10 yards of fabric to cover 15 pillows. And I've done all the odd ones, so I'm going to leave the even ones for you. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you in class.